Hey, this is Stacia, and today we're going to do another Stacia miniature. So, I guess I've been in the mood to play super aggressive, and sometimes when you play that way, you blunder and lose, and sometimes you play really nice games. So, this is the latter, and I'm going to share it with you, and hopefully, we can both learn something from this. So, let's go ahead and take a look. I opened E4. C6, the Caro Kann. I played D4 in the center. They went also in the center. And now this is the way I play against the Caro Kann. I do my best to get an open position. So I take once, the exchange variation, and play C4. This is called the Panov Attack, and it is a nice weapon against the Caro Kann. I find that a lot of Caro Kann players are used to playing like closed French-like positions and things like that. So they don't always handle the open game correctly. And this is one such game. Okay, so he played knight here. I went knight out. And bishop f5. Now this is a very normal looking Caro Kann move. You know, normally black develops their bishop outside the chain and then they play e6. Okay, and that's what makes the Caro Kann nice compared to like the French, where this bishop is a big problem the whole game. But in this particular variation, the Panov Attack, this is often a mistake. And I'm going to show you why. Kind of like my last game, the bishop is not guarding the b2 pawn anymore. Now, I probably could... I'm actually wondering now in hindsight, I played this move, but why couldn't I take here right now? That's kind of what I'm looking at. And where does the knight go? Like if the knight were to go here, I believe I have this move, check, and the knight wouldn't be able to return because the pawn would capture him. So that means he can't go there. So after this move, here would be the same thing. No, actually that could be played, the queen's defending. Let's try this. So I guess this is the move. Even this must be yeah, I don't know. I'm going to turn on the engine for a second. Let's check this variation. Yeah, it does say c takes d5, and it says knight b8. So what happens if we do this? I guess we check with the bishop first. And after bishop d7, takes, oh. Well, it says knight f3. What is the big deal? b5. Why? Why can't black just play like this? Oh, knight e5. We're going to attack the queen here. And then once the queen moves, the queen has to go here to maintain defense of the knight. And then we're going to play queen e4 check. Now, now it's different because this square can only be defended by the knight, in which case we take it and the queen comes here undefending this knight, or the queen comes there immediately undefending this knight, so we win a piece. Wow, so this is really cool. All right, well, sorry I didn't see that earlier, but we're here to learn, right? Let's improve at chess. Okay, so let's start over. I'm going to show you how the game went. Bishop f5. I simply developed a piece, and often in blitz I'm going to do this. I'm just going to quickly develop my pieces, not think about it too hard. But in a real tournament game, I would want to play this move. Yeah, and I usually wait for them to commit e6 because just like how in that variation this square became really tender, and this diagonal specifically, after they play e6, guess what? The bishop's not returning here anymore. He is outside the chain. He's locked out. So then I like to play queen b3. And this is basically a double attack. And I like to see how my opponents respond to this. He played queen b6. So usually when they play this defense, it's best to just take the queen. And let's check with the engine and see. Yeah. The engine agrees. So I take. Yeah, and now this is only defended once, but it's attacked twice, right? So we're going to take that. And when they take back, it will be an isolated pawn, so also nice. So my opponent chose to bring their knight here. Probably the trickiest move because, well, I'm going to turn the engine off. Sorry about that. The thing is, they're threatening this fork, but they're also pivoting to collect the pawn. But now here's where I get a little bit aggressive. Okay, check. That's a normal move. And the king moved out. And see, this already is great that this bishop is locked out. It forces this. Now black will never castle. Usually a plus if you want to be aggressive. Why is the engine still on? I turned it off. All right, hang on a second. All right. Okay, and I castled. So, okay. Yeah, the computer was saying 95. I definitely saw 95. And after here, check. I didn't like that as much. I guess I could go here or something. I don't know. Why not castle though? You know what I mean? So I castled. Now, I'm offering this move if he wants to play it. And yes, this is basically an exchange sacrifice. But here's the thing about a move like this, a move like castles. Look at the development of the pieces. So there's tension here, so the game could open up even more. And even though black is going to do this, I feel like, you know, if you're going to attack in chess and you're not going to calculate it, then one of the best things you can do is look at who's leading in development. So black has two pieces out, okay, and their king's unsafe in the center of the board. White has like all their pieces out, you know? Like even this bishop is ready to come with check. And yeah, never play f6, so that might not be a good move to play, blocking. So I just intuitively felt like I don't need to defend this threat, and I could even sack the rook if I want. I mean, after all, another thing is that black would be sacrificing, or trading rather, one of their best pieces for a piece that I haven't even moved yet. Another sign that this is a sound thing to do. So, okay. Yeah, and the computer wanted knight e5. Let's look at that variation real quick. Oh, actually, it says castles now. All right, I'm very pleased with that. Oh, now it says 95 again. So plus 2.7 for 95 and plus 2.0 for castles. I like castles better just because, like, why allow this check? It's saying king d1. Okay, I mean, yeah, and then I get my fork and have my fun. Yeah, and I was going to say, you don't even have to take this yet. Oh. Yeah, and in this line, now I have to take the rook. The knight's under attack. And here, and then I'd probably develop the bishop. Oh, computer wants the rook out. Oh, rook out with tempo. That's like a Paul Morphy move when you develop your rook with tempo. Okay, so Yeah, this has got to be good for white, but in this line, you know, my king is in the center. So I'm also noticing though that my knight, if I can do something about this bishop, my knight might be getting out, and the king's actually doing a roll guarding this square so that this knight can't get out. So yeah, I think white's probably winning a piece. All right, so let's continue. I'm not sure if we already won a piece or not. Two knights, bishop, two minor pieces. Oh wait, I have two bishops, two minor pieces. They have two bishops, two minor pieces. Yeah, it looks equal. And then, but I'm up two pawns, and black has these. Okay, sorry, I can't help myself but to assess that. So let's go back. So that was the line if knight e5, allowing this to come with check. So instead I played castles. Computer calls it second best, but that's honestly, like, this is the kind of move that you can argue with the computer because, you know, I guess, I mean, the computer knows concretely that knight e5 is better, but practically it's way easier to play if my king's safe, right? So, okay. Now, I did sack the rook anyway, even with castles, though, because now he's going on an adventure, spending a lot of tempos, giving up one of his best pieces to do this operation. And in return, I'm going to get a lot of play. Knight e5. I want to turn this off again. Analyzing without the engine is best, guys. Only then use the engine when you have conclusions. That is what I've learned from so many people. GM say that, IM say that, Hanging Pawn says that. Okay. Yeah, so knight e5 comes with tempo. I'm threatening to fork him, and he doesn't have the same type of fork anymore. So he defended it. And now how do we continue? How do we be aggressive? I mean, a move like rook b1 comes to mind, but then you immediately see that this bishop is then lined up. So black would have discoveries like this. I don't know if any discoveries are good. I really doubt it. Oh yeah, actually this one. Attacking the bishop. So I think rook b1's just a mistake, which I saw before I played this way. So I simply developed. Yeah, Paul Morphy taught me well. Paul Morphy taught me, develop your pieces and let black have their fun. So, okay. They played f6. I understand why. You know, they want to attack the knight. But here is where the position really tells. I have this. A nice little intermezzo, a check on the king. Now, keep in mind, this king's doing a job, right? He's defending this fork. He does not want my knight appearing in there. But now he cannot go here because the bishop's guarding. So now suddenly I would say black's lost. He went here. I can now play the fork. I'm sure I did, yeah. And okay, he went here. Yeah, and a beautiful finish. Did I even play it, or did I take the rook? Oh, I went here. Okay. Oh, I saved the rook just to be mean. Just to be like, oh, it didn't work anyway. And then after that move, yeah, I think yeah, this is checkmate, guys. So I played it. Checkmate. What a beautiful mate. That is checkmate, right? What's guarding here? Yeah, my bishop. So I've got a bishop guarding these dark squares, the knight guarding this square, and the bishop supporting the pawn. And black's own pawn on b7, which is blocked by his decision to play queen b6, ended up taking away the final square for the king. So there you go. Yeah, playing aggressive is fun. It's something that I've learned over the last year and a half. I did not used to play this way at all. And now let's go through the game very quickly with the engine, just to make sure there isn't any other ideas to look at. All right, I'm going to put best move arrow on for us. The Panov Attack, great weapon. I really do enjoy this opening. I get a lot of strong advantages out of the opening just from people not playing correctly. So at the club level, that's very nice. Oh, and yeah, don't forget, this is definitely a better move. So I will play that next time with the threats of Queen A4 check and different things like that. So in this game, Queen B3, also good though. I mean, white's still better. Okay, check was correct. So knight e5 was better, I guess, but not really. I think castles is better. Sorry to argue with the engine. Oh, they could play this. Yeah, I definitely think that's a better move. Jumping in here just seems premature. Yeah, and the computer calls it a big mistake. So it's a blunder because now white's development is just too good. We just have too much activity. So the computer wants to play the check right away. Had we done this, wow. Yeah. Wow. We can play here. This would lose a piece, so that's the line the computer gives. Developing a bishop can't be bad. Yeah, white's plus 12, so check here, check here. And probably my only huge blunder of the game is this, not playing this immediately, throwing in this move. It's almost mean. And he attacked the bishop, and I played checkmate. So there you go. Play aggressive, and sometimes you'll win in 17 moves. And my opponent was rated 1800, by the way, on Lichess. So I'm happy that I can get wins even against, well, okay, Lichess is probably 1800 on Lichess is probably 1500 USCF or 1400 FIDE, but still, pretty happy with this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with more videos. Bye.